Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. Today I'm going to be doing another episode of Themed Ephemera. Today I'm using the Book Lovers kit from My Porch Prints. I have a lot of kits and a lot of digitals, and I haven't really focused on My Porch Prints, though they are the ones that I have the most of. They do a phenomenal job creating the digitals, and so I wanted to create around that. So we're going to be doing 3 pieces today. We're going to be doing this tag that can be hung over a page. We're going to be doing a quadruple pocket kind of thing that will tuck into a journal. My Porch Prints has in most of their kits a 3-tiered kind of pocket, but I wanted the 4th one. I actually saw this on the Paper Outpost, and so I wanted to do that one this time. I wanted something a little bit longer and something with that extra pocket. So, and my camera is kind of weird today, so I may have to fiddle with it. This is take 2 because it just seems off and I'm not sure why. The 3rd one we're going to do is this envelope. So this is an envelope from the kit, but I'm going to make it into a paper clip with some tuck spots inside of here, but you'll see that as we move along. So I'm going to go, and I already did back all of my ephemera pieces with coffee dyed paper, which I'll show you that again as we move through the video. I've got some paper bits to create some clusters and decorate up, and so let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and do my inking. I'll probably leave it in. I may cut some out. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to ink first with my Distress Oxide in Victorian Velvet. I've never actually inked with a colored ink in a journal, so in this kind of a journal. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come around with the vintage photo also, because I still want that shabby look, that kind of darker look. So I will speed through the inking of this stuff, and we'll ink with each set as we get to it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, the inking on this set of pieces is done, so I'm just setting that stuff aside. So I just want to show you some of the cute ephemera in this kit. So it's got all these tickets, which is just adorable, post, little floral circle, and then this little shape. And you can see I went around it with the pink and then with the brown. So I don't know. I think overall I'm getting the effect that I wanted, but not quite. And then I picked Dear Friend as a sentiment. This is also in the kit. So the way that this works is we're going to go ahead and glue this pocket shut to start with. And then I'll show you how, hopefully I can demonstrate how this paperclip thing goes. So we're going to go ahead and glue this shut. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue here and here, and yeah, that's it, because I want to be able to still put stuff in the pocket, so I don't want it to be here. So there we go. There's that. Try to get over here on the black part so you can see better. So the way this works, and I tried it on a little envelope, but I didn't try it on a big one. So what you want to do is get a piece of scrap paper. I just happened to pick a piece of coffee dyed paper just because it was what was handy. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold this flap towards the front of the envelope. This would typically be the front and this would be the back. So you're going to fold this over like so. And then, yeah, like so. And then you're going to take your scrap paper and you want to cut it so that it's big enough to cover for this flap size. So that's what I've got going on here. And I'm going to go ahead and trace with my pencil a little line around that so that I have my glue area, which is what G did in her video. She's got the greatest ideas, you guys. If you haven't checked her out, I would highly recommend it. And she's so sweet. She's from Happiness and Crafting is her her on Etsy. So what you do is then you take your paper clip and you want the long side to the back and the short side to the front, and I'm just going to line that up so that, if you can see that, so that the paper clip is lined up with the tip of that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to glue this on here, and then we're going to trim around it when we're done. So let me go ahead and get some glue on here. I'm in a space I'm a little off again today. My husband is gone for another short little backpacking trip with a couple of the grandsons. He's on vacation this week, so it always kind of puts me in a weird space, and I kind of feel a little bit lost because he's not here, and I don't like it all that much. So I'm trying to get some videos done while he's out, and school starts here soon. So then what you're going to do once you've got glue on there, you're going to just press this down. It's hard because you want to make sure that you get it butted up there as best you can. With the paper clip there, it's hard to get it all the way, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. Let me just rub that down really well. So you can see that I couldn't quite get it up to the top, and that's just because of the bulk of that paper clip, I believe. So now we're going to go ahead and trim this off. Scissors. So I'm going to, even though my line is there, because I'm off a little bit, I'm going to cut it all the way to the white, because we don't want that to show, and we'll ink that up really quick too, so that we can kind of make sure we don't have any white showing. Trim, trim, trim. There we go. This is an ingenious idea. I'm assuming she thought it up because she didn't give credit to anybody else. So it is brilliant. These people that can think this stuff up is just beyond me. I'm creative in creating variations to other people's ideas, but okay, so there we have our pocket. So now I suppose you're wondering, how does this actually attach to a page? Well, it attaches to the page because we're going to, well, first of all, let me ink this really quick. I'm not going to ink with the pink because I don't think it's going to show, but I want to make sure that we don't have any kind of white weird stuff showing up here. So let me just ink that really quick here. I'm all thumbs today too. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to glue. You know what? I feel like I want something else on here because I want to be able to use the back too. So give me just a second, guys. I apologize. I'm going to pause the camera really quick. I didn't think about this, but I want some paper on here. So I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I decided to go ahead and just go with the ticking paper, ticking stripes. So it's going to be going this way rather than that way because it's not wide enough, but I think it will be just fine. And hopefully I'm not going to mess anything up. I don't think so. I haven't played with this a whole lot, so kind of tricky here. But I want to be able to decorate the back of the envelope maybe at a later time. I'm not going to do that today because it's going to go over a page, and I may decide to decorate that according to whatever I put on that page when I actually use it in a journal. So there's that. Let's go ahead and get this paper. I'm going to try to waste as little as possible here. Like so. Let's give that a good push. I'm going to have to cover that up. Got some ink on there. There we go. So let's go ahead and trim that up. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but I definitely want to be able to decorate that flap. And that'll make more sense here as we move along. And this may be a little bit longer video because I've got 3 kind of more complex projects here that we're doing. So I hope that you guys don't mind that. You can always mute me and speed it up if it gets too long for you. So now that is decorated, and I'll be able to actually embellish that when it's this way on the page. So so now we're going to glue this flap to the front, because again, this is the back, this is the front. So now we're going to glue this flap down here, which is going to make it so the paper clip actually works, because if you peek in here, you can see that's where it's going to actually clip in. I should have used something different than this lighter coffee dyed paper, because it's going to be a little bit weak, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm not too concerned about it. It's my first big one, so. And of course you could do the little ones, and again she did ones that were just like gift card size, and I do have some of those, but I really wanted to use something from the kit because I am kind of debuting it and want to be able to show off the My Porch Prints kits. They are fantastic. So now we're going to go ahead and glue that down. Oh, I need to ink. Hold on. Hold the fort. Oh, Lordy. You ever have days like that? Gosh, way more. I'm going to have to get my fingers sticky here in order to ink this up, but it's got to be inked or it's going to look weird. I'll have to wipe my fingers off before I start touching a bunch of stuff, so silly. Okay, so let me wipe my hands off here real quick. The baby wipe. I'm going to probably put some more glue on here because that's, I want to make sure it's got a good adhesion here. There we go. Should have used heavier paper there though. But I think you can kind of get the idea, and hopefully you can give it a try yourself if you like it. So now let me show you how it works. Let me see if I can find something to clip it on. I'm just going to use this piece of scrap. So basically you're just going to slide this in here like so. There we go. So this sits on the top of your page. And so again, this we would decorate this also. You could decorate it at the same time, totally up to you. Again, I'm not going to, and I got some more ink on here, which I'm not happy with, but it's all right. So now we've got this base that we can decorate, and we also have these tags and things, whoops, these tags and things that are going to go in the pocket, which is just so creative. Like so. I'm really not liking that though. I wish I could cover that up, but next time around I'll be more careful. So I'm going to just stick that in there, and we're going to stick this in here. And as I've mentioned before, sometimes I like to keep my little bits like this a little bit plainer, because I don't want them to bulk up this pocket too much. And they would if I started adding a bunch of stuff to it. So we're just going to leave it like that. I can always come back and do that later. We'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a cluster here on the front of our project. Well, you know what? Maybe I've got several pieces here. I might be able to put something on one of those, maybe on this one. So I pulled a bunch of little bits from my stash here of just coffee dyed papers and things like that to kind of build a cluster. And if you've watched me before, you'll know what I mean. But I found this is a backing off of an adhesive, what do they call that material? Can't think what it's called. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to use it because I think it's kind of cool. I wonder if it'll tear. Oh, it will. Yeah. I just can't think of what the name of it is. Isn't that crazy? So we've got that. And then I also have this piece of fabric. This is from, I think that's a little bit too bold for this though. That's actually quite pretty though. It seems a little bit big. So let me trim it down just a little bit. This is actually the fabric I used for the cover of my Soul's Heartbeat journal, which you haven't seen much of that because I haven't really worked in it much yet. I hope to do that soon, but I'm exploring right now. So actually that's too big too. So let's cut a little bit more of that off. There we go. Tear is really nice. I like that. Whoops. Fucking stuff on the floor. It tears really nice and gets all frayed up. Trim that a little bit. And that's a little bit too much. Okay, so that's kind of pretty. And then we want a little bit of maybe some music page here. And maybe a little bit of a book page. I had one out here that I really, oh, this one. Are you going to a picnic soon? This is one I had already torn and it was just in my cluster kind of box, so thought I would pull that out. So let me go ahead and ink these little bits really quick. Let's see, this piece too. I don't know if I can ink that up or not. Not really. We might not use that. So we've got the fabric. Wonder if we can ink the fabric up a little bit. Give it a little grunge. Just kind of doing that up in the corner of my mat here. Yeah, that's nice. So let's go ahead and, I'm wondering if I want that in between. Nope, I want it down first. So I've got my Fabri-Tac out here. So I'm going to go ahead and use that since I'm working with some fabric. I'm just going to guesstimate. Oh goodness, it's plugged up. Hold on. I haven't created for a day or so, so everything's being a little bit strange. Trying to find my pin. Okay, glue issue resolved. I had to stick a long needle in there to try to get that to come undone, so hopefully we'll be good as gold here. There we go. Not sure if this pink fabric really goes, but I picked it, so we're just going to go with it. Be different. And then we've got this music page we're going to put on. This is from an old vintage music book from my stash. It's going to kind of create a cluster here. That fabric really doesn't go, but what's done is done. It's okay. And let's just put this in here. Perfect. And then we've got, I've got this little ticket, but I'm not sure if I want to use it or not. Maybe I'll put it there. That would kind of be cool, because I want this to go, oh, we're crooked. I want this to go here somewhere so that I can put my sentiment on it. So let me do that really quick. Whoops. Knocking stuff over. I like that over here. Actually, it might be a better complement over here because the green is crossing. So I think I'll put it right here instead. And then where's my little word? This is taking way too long, in my opinion. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, we also had the little flower. Maybe we'll do both. It's our project. We can do what we want. The other ones should go better. This was the most complex, which is why I started with it. So it should be good. There we go. Oh, I love that. It actually makes that fabric not look quite so odd. So, except we've got this going on. We don't really want that to be the full, we don't want that to be so visible. So we need something to kind of take away from that. Maybe another bit of music page here. You don't want people, you don't want to have to be reading those words there. So let me just ink this up really quick too. And we'll put it right there, and that will help take away from that a little bit. Just Just going to use a little bit of fabric tack. It's got color on the back because I actually used it for some acrylic, the acrylic sprays from Dina Wakley. And so let's just kind of do that. It's kind of hiding the words, but they're peeking through a little bit. So then I think I want something underneath this to make it pop out. So I've got a little bit of fabric here I pulled from my scrap bin, or lace. It's from a garment that I purchased from Goodwill to use for junk journaling. So let's see what we think here. It's a little bit big, so let me trim that down just a little bit more. Use our fabric tack to put it down. Everything's looking a little bit sideways, so I need to kind of get stuff back over here a little bit to balance it out. I had this all planned out. You never know it by the way this is going today. That's okay. We are all imperfect, aren't we? There we go. Okay, I like that. I don't like how off-centered it is, but hopefully this will help bring it together here. So I think I'll use another piece of this material to put behind that to kind of tie things together a little bit. I'm going to ink that just a little bit here, kind of off here so I don't get everything messy. Kind of grunging it up just a little bit. I don't want to make it completely brown, but it's pretty stark white, so there we go. Just a little bit of vintaging up, that's even a word. It is in my vocabulary now. We're going to go ahead and put that lace there. So the thing is, guys, you can do whatever you like, and you don't have to love everything that you create. I mean, it's just fun to create, it's fun to explore, and just go with it. And don't worry too much about if it's exactly what you desired or if you'd like to have done it differently. It's okay. Because this is not, but I haven't done one before, so I didn't really know how it was going to really go. I do want to grungy up this word a little bit, take away from that a little bit. It's pretty bold. There we go. There we go. So let's go ahead and, did I have something else for this or did I use it? I think I used it. So I'll have to come back and put something on that card, but we're just going to tuck these cards back in here. And then this is going to be able to go on a page with the paper clip. Just like so. Okay, guys. Whew, that was a rough piece. So let's go ahead and do the over the page tag flip thing. So it is a thing. So I've got a couple of tags. I've got that tag. I've got some little bits of ephemera, and then I've got the back tag, and then some ephemera. So I'm going to go ahead and ink these up. On this one, I'm not going to use the pink. I'm just going to go ahead and go with the brown, the vintage photo. So I will speed through this. Okay, the inking is done, but I do want to grab a little bit of seam binding for my tags. So I'm just grabbing that from behind me really quick. And then I need my hole punch. Yeah. Because I need to punch holes in the tags when we get to that part. So I went ahead and inked the inside and the outside of this tag flip. So, and I did back it because I wanted this to be journaling space. So that's why I did that. So I've got a couple of, what I'm going to do is, this is some of the ephemera. This I think is just paper. I think I took a tag and it's actually crooked. Oh Lordy, is that crooked? Let me see if I can straighten that out a little bit. Hold on. Goodness gracious. Let's see if we can straighten that just a bit. It's enough off that it looks very strange. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't matter, but when it's a pocket, it kind of does. So I'm going to grab my hole punch as well and create a little bit of a hole here so that you can see that it's actually a pocket. So I'm just going to do that really quick. There we go. So we've got a pocket here. It's going to be gorgeous. So let's go ahead and glue that on. So I like to hold it this way so that I know that I'm gluing these 3 sides and I don't accidentally glue something I didn't mean to. Oops. There we go. We finally had a break in the hot weather here. It's only about 75 degrees here today. It's overcast. It rained this morning, which was actually quite refreshing. So I'm not dealing with the heat here in the studio. So we're going to go ahead and put the pocket down here on the bottom. Pardon my hands here. Just like so. Just a little pocket. Just a cute little pocket. And then we've got a little tag here. And again, I already did back it. So we're going to go ahead and punch our hole. Put some seam binding that's pink, a very pale pink on it. So let's just punch that hole. Oh, I can see some white. Don't like that. That's okay. So let's see how much of this we might need. Probably about so. I'm going to go ahead and feed this double through the hole. Like so. And then you pull both ends back through that hoop. You can see that. I'm sure you guys already know that. I'm the newbie. Come on. It's a little bit weird, but that's okay. It's a little bit long, so I'm just going to cut those ends off, and I save those and put them in my scrap bucket. So we're going to put our tag here. We probably should wait to put that on. But I've got a little bit of a stamp here, which I think is adorable, but I think I want to put something underneath it. Maybe we don't need to. It's kind of actually really pretty. Maybe, I feel like I want something being underneath it. So let me grab from my, I don't have a lace that's speaking to me right there. So let me just, oh, I got more of that. Not that you guys can see what I'm doing. Fishing in my little bin here behind me. Oh, that one's better. I love this really, it's a really loose stitch kind of lace. And I definitely want this on here because it's so pretty and pink. So let's see, let's put that there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, some Fabri-Tac here. I'm going to kind of put it in this blank space here as best I can. Sorry about the camera. I feel like it's not close enough, but for some reason I'm having trouble with the camera today, so I'm hoping that that's not too distracting for you guys. There we go. Beautiful little, I love this pink lace. Oh my gosh. Love it. So we're going to put our little stamp right on there. I did cut this stamp down a little bit. It was a little bit bigger than I wanted, but I wanted that little envelope, so I just cut it down just a bit. It's going to overlap that pocket notch there, but I think it's going to be all right as long as I don't get any glue in there. And then our word the word I chose is for you. So I think I'll put that. It's a little bit big. Let me trim it down just a little bit. It's a little bit big for that space, and it seems to also be crooked. There we go. Let me just ink that again. There we go. Yeah, we'll put it right here. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac just in case it's on that lace there. Perfect. I'm just going to put it kind of up there a bit. Awesome. So there is the first side, and then we're going to go ahead and tuck this little tag in here. There's a great journaling space on the back. It's perfect. I'm going to take that out though so that when we work on the other side we won't have any trouble. So now we're going to do the other side. Same thing, we're going to do a pocket, which appears to be, I don't know if it's crooked too. Let me just look at my, it is crooked. Let me straighten that one out too. Yikes. I usually have a pretty good eye for that, so this is surprising to me. But I was trying to get a bunch of stuff kind of prepped for projects, because I am, as I've mentioned, getting ready to go back to work. I work for the school in special education programs, so life is going to get a little bit crazy again. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to go back. I'm ready to see the kids. I'm ready to have a purpose outside of my studio. Never thought I'd say that, but I do feel it. So we're going to go ahead and put this pocket here. And again, I hold it here so that I know what sides I want to glue. There we go. Just put that in place here. Perfect. It's still not perfectly straight, but that's okay. So we've got that, and then we've got this circle, which I thought was kind of cool, which I could do the same thing. I could have it kind of come up. I don't have a quote because I just have this, this letter thing, which I thought was really cute. So I thought we would just use that. So I'm going to put my thumb right here so I don't put any glue on that spot. And I'm just going to put glue everywhere else, because I don't want that pocket to be impacted by the glue. So hopefully I can get that in the right space here. Oops, I think I just did that wrong. Sorry, ruler. Just going to leave that ruler in there for now. Make sure it doesn't stick. That was I put it up a little bit higher than I planned to, so I wasn't paying attention. I don't think I really need any lace on this one. I just really love this little letter, a word letter here. So we're just going to go ahead and attach that really quickly. Put it right here. Yep, I like that. Simple and easy. And so the only thing I'm kind of debating is what I want to do with the top. Oh, I forgot my other tag. Let's punch the hole really quick before I get onto something else here. There we go. That was a better cut. Some more seam binding here. My husband bought me some of this in cream, a big roll of it, but I haven't taken the time yet to dye any of it. I'd like to do that, but I need to watch a tutorial because I don't really know what people dye it with. That, you know, that's permanent. So, okay, so let's go ahead. I think we should be good to take that out. Stick our little tag in. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's so adorable. But I feel like we need to do something with, let me grab my other tag. We need to do something with the other, with this top here. I'm just trying to think about what I'd like to do there. It needs something. So, I'm going to leave it for now just because I didn't think that through. I was thinking it would be really cool to kind of put a tag up, not a tag, a tab, so that you've got some kind of scallop design or something up here at the top. But just for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to leave it as it is. So again, this is an over the page tag, double tag. So that is project number 2, and we're 44 minutes in. So I'll be able to shrink some of that for the inking time, but it is a little bit longer than I had wanted it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the inking of all of these pieces because this is our quadruple pocket envelope. So, and I will tell you the construction here before I start. So you do you pick your width that you want it to be, and then you're going to cut 4 pieces, but you just want them to be staggered sizes. So this bottom one is 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches, and then I think this one was 1 3/4 or 1.5 or something. It was not another inch down because it would have made it too small for my liking. But you can kind of play around with that. You could also make it taller, which I would probably do that in another project, because I think I would like it to be taller and have it be able to go portrait on the page. So just removing all this ephemera, and then I'm going to ink up, and I will be back with you in a moment. Okay, so that inking appears to be done. My sponge is getting all crumbly again, so let me just shake off all those crumbs, get them out of the way. So again, we're starting with 4 pieces. This is 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches, and then something else. So what we're going to do, actually she did it like, yeah, they stack right on top of each other. I was trying to think about how I was supposed to glue, but I wasn't really thinking about that. So I do want to glue on all 3 sides of each of those, because I don't want things to go all the way through to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and ink or glue this up here really quick. Goodness gracious. You know what? Do we want a pull on this? I think we want a pull. I'm making the decision. I'm going to go with a bigger pull though. This other one was my 1 inch, I believe, and then this is my 1.5 inch circle punch. So I'm just going to put a pull here. You don't have to do that, certainly. I like them, but to each his own. Do what you like. So we're going to go ahead and glue that now. And again, this idea I got from the Paper Outpost. Great junk journal channel. She's really fun to listen to, and just very lighthearted. Doesn't take herself too seriously or her projects too seriously. She really has a great time, and she's quite experienced at this, so it's pretty nice. So I'm gonna grab my towel so that I can kind of press that down and make sure it's nice and secure. So we've got that, and then let's go ahead and do a hole punch on this, or pull on this one as well. Hopefully we'll get it. I should have done them all at the same time, so that, oh well, I'm gonna have to take my chance. Actually, I'm gonna put this up here. See if I can sort of, yeah. Let me see if I can mark it. I should have thought about that. I want those to be even. So just mark the tips here, and hopefully I can get it in line there. Hopefully. No big deal if it doesn't work though. So I just want to be able to see both of those marks so that I know I'm the right width as well, or depth of the circle rather. So hopefully we did okay. Again, nobody's gonna be like, you know, strategically looking at it, so there we go. Again, we're gluing 3 sides, the 2 sides and the bottom. Go ahead and put this in place as well. Like so. I love this kit. I love it. I love all of Stephanie's kits though. So again, we're going to do the same here, so we can kind of try to line those edges up for the pull as best we can here. There we go. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm basically trying to make sure that I can see both of those marks, and then I know that I'm at the right depth. So there we go. Hopefully that's all right. No sweat. I love it. Oh, that's so cute. Last pocket on. I hope that you'll tune back in. I'm going to be doing the camping kit next time. Excited about that. I haven't decided what I'm going to create yet, but I just decided I'm going to do something with that kit, so pretty stoked about that. Maybe I'll do a folio or something of that nature. This one seems to be a little bit off. Let me trim this edge just a bit. Got some overhang here. It's all right. So there are our 4 pockets. Absolutely wonderful. So let me go ahead and punch my tag here. I only have one tag that I'm going to put the ribbon through, and I need to grab, I'm going to grab some green sari silk this time, just to kind of make it be different. The other one was seam binding, not sari silk, but this is sari silk. I always cut more than I need. I'm going to put that through the hole. Feed both of those ends back through. And this was a pre-cut tag from the kit. I just think it's adorable. Love it. And then I did, again, coffee dye, back it with coffee dyed paper. So I like to write. I don't like to write on a completely white surface in a journal, in this kind of a journal. So that's why I did that. So we're going to leave the tags out for now. And again, they're all backed. Got a little card. This is that little teeny tiny letter. And then I cut this out with my circle punch, and it got stuck and it crinkled. So then I had to like try to figure out how to make it look right again. It was really challenging, but that's going to go in this back pocket, and it's got a nice writing space also on the back. So, but I don't want to put those things in there till I figure out where all these other little bits are going to go. So I've got, these are going to go inside the pockets. And this was going to, well, I guess we can just go ahead and stick it in here so we can kind of see where we're at with everything. I think I wanted to put this airmail one up here. Of course, you can do it however it strikes you. I often find that just as I get kind of in the zone, something just looks more appealing to me than something else, and so I just go with that. I'm just going to put that in the corner there. Makes the whole thing kind of look like a letter, doesn't it? And then I wanted to put, let's see, do we want to put any, I almost want to put some of this sari silk underneath this. I think I'm going to do that. It's a little bit wrinkly, but I think we might be able to manage because I can glue it and kind of manipulate it a little bit. But I think I want to put that there before I put that stamp down. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac here. Hopefully I can get it to kind of lay reasonably straight here. Goodness gracious, I'm scrunching it up a little bit. That'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'm just going to put that stamp on there. Oh, I like that. I think we need something else though. Now that I'm looking at it. Oh, and I forgot I had this little leaf thing. I didn't use it. I pulled that out to use somewhere on this thing. Maybe we'll use a piece of this. I think that would be kind of nice. Let's just trim this up a little bit. It's not necessary. It doesn't really show up. So let's go ahead and just put our stamp on. Call it good. There we go. I love these stamps in the kit too. They're just adorable. Yes, I like that. Beautiful. And then I've got this little, this wasn't going to be, maybe I was going to put my sentiment on it. I can't remember. Oh, that would be so cute right there. Except then I'd have to find something to put over here to balance it out, but I don't want to cover that up. So, okay, we're going to put it here. So again, I'm going to, well, actually, I'll just glue on the three sides, and then I won't have to risk getting any glue where that pull is there. It should be fine and should be enough adhesion. Oops, move it over. There we go. Oh, I love that. Love that. And I should not have a problem there, but let me just get my ruler out just to make sure. I got nothing sticking in there. There we go. Okay. And then we've got Love Me, but I think we need something under, well, maybe not. I think it would be just lovely right there. Just kind of over that little seal. I guess it's not a flower. It looks like it's a wax seal. Put that there. Lovely. Love Me. So what do you think, guys? Do you think we need something here? I feel like we do. Let me grab something really quick. I have the kit right here, so it's not too far off the beaten path here for me to find something. I've got this little rose one. So let me get my scissors out to do that little fancy cutting here. Whoa, everything's falling all over the place. Here we go. So I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. Hopefully moderately straight. One side is not, I can already tell. Straighten that up a little bit. There we go. Let's go ahead and ink around that. And we will be done. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's just me crafting. I'm not really doing anything, you know, super spectacular. Just doing my thing, bringing you along. I want you guys to just know how amazing the kits are from My Porch Prints. If you haven't checked them out, you can check them out at My Porch Prints on Etsy. So let's go ahead and stick our stuff in here. So I think what I think maybe these were going to go in here like so. And then I think the tag was going to be in the middle. And then the big tag in this pocket behind or in front of that circle, like so. Check it out, guys. Oh, one more piece. Let's put that little baby in here. I love all the little tiny writing spaces. I like tiny things. I just love it. So anyway, that's what we have. And this is going to be glued right onto a page, so I don't need to worry about the back. You could obviously have this be something that you clip in, kind of have it be a floating pocket. Totally up to you. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks so much for tolerating my being a little bit sideways today. Some days are just like that, and I'm not going to stop creating, and I'm not going to stop recording just because I'm having an off day. So if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like the content that I'm creating. If you hit the little bell, you'll be notified every time I create a video. I'm creating 3 times a week. I do 2 paper crafting kinds of videos. Well, so not always paper crafting, but right now that's what I'm doing a lot of. And then on Sundays, I do a Sunday's Art of Truth. Sometimes I do my inspirational writing around a junk journal or journaling kind of project, and other times it's mixed media. So you can check that out if you're interested. So thanks again. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.